everybody, and welcome to Database Camp. My name is Sarah, and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing the book The Woman They Could Not Silence, The Shocking Story of a Woman Who Dared to Fight Back, written by Kate Moore. The Woman They Could Not Silence is a biography of the life of Elizabeth Parsons Ware Packard, born in 1816 and lived till 1897. Elizabeth P.W. Packard was a wife, a mother of 6 children, and at the time, that was all she should have ever aspired to be. But she had an undeniable charisma that often led to her upstaging her husband at church. Mr. Packard did not approve. This made their relationship very contentious. You see, Elizabeth was a critical thinker, and she dared to have thoughts of her own. So, when Mrs. Packard began challenging her husband's religious views, their marriage completely broke down. You see, the most amazing thing about this book is it takes the reader into the world of a 19th century woman. As a wife, your husband's beliefs were the only ones that mattered. A wife had no rights. No rights to her own money, her own children. Obviously, she had no political power, seeing as though she was merely her husband's property. But the reason why Elizabeth P.W. Packard's story is even told at all is because she had no right to independent thoughts, let alone autonomy. Autonomy who? Autonomy what? For who? Her ideas could and did imprison her to a life in an asylum. And it was her husband who put her there. At 43 years old, she was forced out of her home, forced to leave her children to be raised by their tyrannical father, and is taken to the asylum against her will. When she arrives at the asylum, she finds out that she's not the only sane woman staying there. Elizabeth quickly makes friends with the asylum staff and its patients. She even becomes close to the doctor, who gives her special privileges. These privileges don't last long. Her stay at the asylum quickly becomes grim, and one of her only joys becomes the writing of her book. There's so much drama and tension throughout reading this book, and even though you know how it will eventually pan out, there's still this thick layer of doubt that is so ironically enjoyable. Like how you watch a scary movie to be disturbed, or how you go on a roller coaster to pee in your pants. This book feels like that. Elizabeth P.W. Packard's story is the stuff of like a Lifetime made-for-TV movie. She's the strong-willed woman who goes out there knowing the odds are against her, and she just makes things happen no matter how unattainable her goals may seem. I would love to say more about her story, but you really need to read it for yourself. It will give you chills. Like seriously, I'm surprised they haven't made a movie about her. While reading this book, it's important to keep in mind that all of this was happening in the 1860s and on. This was during the Civil War, when Abraham Lincoln took office and freed the enslaved. This was a time when women had no agency, and the only influence she may have is in her home or community. When you reflect on the times, only then can you appreciate Elizabeth's struggles and impossible triumphs. The Woman They Could Not Silence is a book I'd recommend to any young girl and every woman. It's a book that helps put into perspective how the female sex has risen from out of the home and into public life. It's a book that emphasizes the importance of women. It shows how the work of a mother is invaluable in the home, but also how the work of a woman in public life can better the lives of many more. Elizabeth spoke for the voiceless, even when her own voice was muffled. The Woman They Could Not Silence took me 11 hours and 44 minutes to read, and I always read aloud, so if you read in your head, it might take you less time. I'm giving this one a 5 out of 5 stars. The drama, the twists and turns, the unstoppable force that is Elizabeth P.W. Packard. You can't help but fall in love with her story and this book. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you like this video, please do give it a like. Make sure to subscribe if you want to continue seeing more videos from me. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.